Okay, welcome back. This last bit is really kind of interesting. Um, you can tell your viewport just a portion of the drawing to look at. You'll recall in an earlier video I showed you how you can turn on and off layers and have the viewport only reflect that portion of the drawing. But let's say that we wanted to zoom in on just the corner blocks on this drawing. Well, let's go back to our design layer. And now, instead of doing a viewport over the whole plate without turning off any layers, I'm going to come to, no, I'm not going to come to create a viewport. I'm first going to draw a boundary around what I want to see with my rectangle tool. And then I'm going to say create viewport. And the program sees me doing that and says, hey, do you want to use this selected object as the viewport's cropped? Indeed I do. So I click yes. And it says, well, where do you want me to put that? Do you want me to put that on that same sheet that your elevations are on? And will it be drawing number 2? Indeed it will be. And let's say that I want to show my fastener pattern. Fastener pattern. I'm going to want to do that in all caps too. All right. Okay. Let's say that I really want to zoom in on that. I want to make it a really different look. I can scale it up here, or I can do it later when I open the viewport on the sheet layer. I'm going to want to show that, let's say dashed hidden line for fun here. Okay. Still going to be a top view. I'm going to click OK. Look at that. I've got updated information from my original drawing. And I can click update, and it updates the one that I just brought over, the one that's collected in my object info palette. If I wanted to update everything on the sheet, I could go over to my view menu and pull down to update all my viewports. So now I've got this drawing with dashed hidden lines that show the frame behind the corner block, and I could illustrate my fastener pattern by drawing down into this. Since it's in a different scale, I'm going to want to put a box around that. And I'm going to want to get rid of its fill, and I'm going to want to give it an extra heavy line weight. And I'm not going to go into the details of where I want to put the fastener pattern, but you know the fastener pattern, and you could draw those right in there. Since it's an annotation, best to go into your annotations on this before putting your fastener pattern down. Okay, exit my viewport annotation, and there we have it. Now, something else I want to illustrate here. This is a crop. This is a crop of what the whole drawing is. I'm only seeing a portion of it. Remember that viewport is sort of like a camera looking into the drawing. And all I've done is I've closed up the boundaries of that camera with my crop. If I double click on this, and instead of choosing annotations to edit, I decide to edit my crop, click OK, you can see that whole darn flat is part of this viewport, or part of this drawing. I have just chosen to crop out the part that I want to show on the sheet layer. Finally, if I wanted to bring up a different view of my flat, let's say that I wanted to show an isometric view like I've done on the plans for some of your other projects in this class. I can create viewport, and in this case, put it in 1/2 inch scale, a 1/4 inch scale, or what have you. do it as a hidden line drawing, and instead of having a top view, you can call it a right isometric or any other isometric. I'm going to not want, it'll be obvious what this is. I'm not going to put a drawing label on it. I'm going to call it drawing number 3 and call it an isometric so that I can find it labeled later if I need to. And click OK. It's got that candy cane around it, so I will update that. And now I have something that I can locate on my plan that will show a little bit about how that looks three-dimensionally. I find that very useful in understanding orthographic projections. And with Vectorworks, it's so easy to throw in an extra drawing. I don't have to redraw anything. I just take a different viewport. Okay, that's about it.